What is a tax levy and how does it affect property tax rates? Imagine your local government needs to pay for roads, schools, and emergency services. To do this, they decide how much money they must collect from property owners. That amount is called a tax levy. It's the total dollar amount the government plans to raise through property taxes for the year. They figure this out after considering other income sources like state aid, sales taxes, or fees, and after subtracting any leftover funds from previous years. Once they know the levy, they need to set a property tax rate. This rate is calculated by dividing the total levy by the combined assessed value of all taxable properties in the area. Think of it as a percentage that, when applied to a property's assessed value, tells you how much tax you owe. Now, how does this levy influence the tax rate? If the total levy increases but the total property value stays the same, the tax rate must go up to collect the extra money. On the other hand, if the levy stays the same but the property values rise, maybe because of new buildings or reassessments, the tax rate can decrease since the total value of taxable properties has grown. In simple terms, the tax levy is the target amount of money the government wants to collect. The tax rate is the percentage they apply to each property's assessed value to reach that target. If the government needs more money, the levy goes up, and so does the tax rate unless property values also increase. If property values go up but the levy stays the same, the tax rate can go down, making taxes more affordable for property owners. Local governments usually set their budgets first, then decide how much money they need to raise through property taxes. They adjust the tax rate accordingly to meet that goal. It's important to remember that the tax levy is a planned amount, not a legal seizure of property. Unlike a tax levy in federal tax law, which involves taking property to pay unpaid taxes in property taxes, it's simply the amount of money they aim to collect. So, in essence, the tax levy and the property tax rate work together to determine how much each property owner pays. Changes in either the levy or the total property value will directly impact the tax rate, shaping how property taxes are calculated each year.